Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Tara and I make videos about digital planning and getting creative with your iPad. This layout here is my weekly layout for the month of June. I absolutely love the colors, the brightness of it. It's just so much fun. If you guys missed that video, I will link it up in the cards. But today is going to be all about my daily setup, so let's go ahead and jump into it. Let's go ahead and say that this video will be out by like the 14th, maybe? So let's jump to this date and plan for this one. Okay, so let's go ahead and first start with our elements, and we're just gonna block off everything. So I'm going to come to my digital planning folder and come to this lovely element that I created during the May daily plan with me. And I'm just going to size this to fit. I'm gonna zoom out a little so I can see all of this. And I'm just gonna make sure that everything is nicely covered. Okay, and I think that looks about right. And now I'm going to come to my image tool and I'm just going to erase the parts that I know that I want to keep. So I personally love to keep my timetable, so I'm just going to remove that one there. And I think for right now, that's all that I'm going to keep, and I'm just going to kind of freely do what I want with the rest of the space. Oh, and I totally forgot to say which sticker pack I'm planning on using today. So for my daily plan with me, you guys might have guessed it, I'm going to use my personal favorite sticker pack, which is the 5th one. Links to all of these stickers are, as always, in the description below. But I'm in love with this color palette, so it's getting used. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to come here and find my favorite of these ombre effects. And I really like, I think this light one. Let's go with this one. I think the blend is super beautiful. I'm going to paste this, grab my image tool. And I'm just going to size this up here. And I want this to line up with the timetable there on the bottom while still giving some space here at the top. And I'm just gonna widen this. And I'm curious to see how this shape works with what I wanna do here. But if you've watched my channel before, you may have caught a video where I do the Eisenhower matrix, which is personally just something that I really enjoy when it comes to prioritizing things. And I gotta say that lately, I've had 1,001 creative ideas just flowing through my brain like every second of every day. And I'm really struggling to quiet those ideas and just focus on a few things at once. And so I think ideally for me right now, this is going to be an essential little tool. So the Eisenhower matrix, if you don't know, it allows you to prioritize your tasks based on urgency and also importance. So like I said, I think it's just something that I need this month. I have made this in previous months, and then I've saved the pieces of it as an element. And so I'm going to save myself time by doing that this way. If you want to see the videos on how I created those myself, then I will add the link to that in the cards here. But I will also make a download available if you just want the part that I'm going to overlay here so that you can save it as an element yourself and use it with any of your color palettes. So I'm coming back here to my elements. It's going to be here. And I'm just going to size this. And it fits perfectly, so I love that. The proportions are excellent, and that looks super great. This way here is going to be the most urgent and most important tasks, and this down here is going to be the least urgent and least important tasks. And then this will help me prioritize my timeline as well for the day. Now I think I might just take this cute little strip here, and I'm going to copy this, and we're going to paste it. And we are just going to size it to kind of fit in here. And then I'm just going to crop it. And I'm just going to bring it in maybe to about here. I'd say that works pretty well. I am just going to pop in one of my meal planning stickers so that I can kind of still track the things that I usually track. If you watched my weekly plan with me, you probably saw that I did not put one of my meal planning stickers. So I think I'm just going to add in this cute little sticker. I'm going to copy it and paste it. Grab my image tool, and we're just going to add this in here. And I'm not entirely sure how I want this to be as part of the layout, but I do know that I want to keep it. So I'm just gonna leave it there, and if I move it around later or resize it, then so be it. Just because it's fun and I love these stripes, I'm gonna grab these and copy them. And we're just gonna paste this, grab our image tool, and this lets us resize them. So I'm gonna put it this way. And I think make it a little thicker. And again, I think I'm just gonna wait and kind of resize these a little bit later. Now I think I'm gonna use this pink into the green, and I'm gonna copy this, and I will paste this over here, grab my image tool, tap on this and resize. And I am just going to try to make it as wide as this one. I'm going to copy this little one too. I'm going to paste this here. And I'm going to tap on this and crop it. And I kind of want a rectangular-ish shape, one that I think that would fit this nicely. So this, I know I'm going to have to rotate it, but thinking, or maybe this way. We're so close, so I'm just going to crop it a little bit more. I'm going to bring it in this way. And I'm just going to move it to the side. I'm going to move this out of the way and bring this back. And I'm just going to try to match this width pretty well and then bring this up to the top. And I am going to bring this up here and I'm actually going to rotate this now. And I'm going to delete this one and I'm going to come back and grab it in, I think, that orange color. And for the sake of the space, I'm just going to use this smaller one here. We're going to paste it and grab our image tool. Kind of put this sort of center. I don't know, what do you guys think? I'm not in love with this. I think I'm gonna move this for now. I don't know if I really want it or not. I'm gonna make a long space for to-do lists. So I'm just gonna come to my lasso tool and turn images on, and then I'm going to, of course, use these because I just love using them. Come back to the planner and paste, resize using the image tool. All right, and I'm gonna widen this too to just match here. I keep changing my mind a lot here. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to use another element from a previous video, which again, I will make sure is linked in the description for anybody who didn't watch that video, didn't make it themselves in Procreate, but it is this transparent layer. And I'm going to start by resizing this one. And I'm going to use this space actually as, like, I think, a quote of the day. It's not something that I do regularly, but I do like the concept, so I'm going to try it out. But if that's not your vibe, you can always use this space for gratitude or little reminders to yourself or pretty much anything that you want. Again, I'm just going to pull this down here. And I'm just going to copy this sticker, paste it, grab my image tool, tap and resize. And I feel like I want this pretty large, but I also have to leave room for adding the dates in. Okay, I have another idea. Instead of this going here, I'm going to cut this one and I'm just gonna repaste this, grab my image tool, and we're gonna start cropping this. Let's just crop it like about like that and then we'll see. So I'm just gonna adjust the spacing as I like. And now I'm gonna grab this white layer on top. I'm gonna paste that again. And I'm also gonna resize this one. And then I think I'm okay with taking this out now. So obviously this is the 14th. So I'm just gonna do some cute lettering. So one way that you can do this is one of my favorite hacks. Draw out the letters in like a handwriting that you like, and then just go ahead and go around it and just kind of add some weight. So you can make these as fun or as like different as you want. You can make them blocky or round. You can give them weight at the bottom so they look kind of groovy. You can do kind of whatever you want. And I'm going to come in here to my eraser and I'm just going to make sure that it's on precision eraser. And I'm going to make it as small as I can. And I'm going to see how tiny I can get these little erase marks to just see if I can do, oops, I have auto deselect on, so I'm just going to shut that off for now. And I'm just going to try to sort of mimic that look. And you'll notice that you don't change the size of the eraser, but if you zoom in or zoom out, it changes the size. So like, you can tap here and it's huge like that, but if I zoom in, it's much smaller. So maybe I'll just add a couple more here, some here. All right, and I am going to come back to my pen and just kind of fill some of this out a little bit better. But this could be a fun little doodle to do every day and just kind of only write in a couple letters. It's not that time consuming. And you can change these colors, you can put them in order. So I'm gonna write over here the word of, and then I'm just gonna change these colors. So I'm just gonna come here and I'm gonna turn on handwriting only. I'm going to carefully lasso around this 14, tap on it, tap color, and come down here to my green. And if you're as picky as I am, you can always come in here with your precision eraser and you can just go around and kind of fine tune this a bit. It's not the smoothest tool, but it does work, so. And sometimes I find it to be a little bit better than using the pen, so. I think it's starting to match a little bit better. They were just way too thick before. Just gonna round out the top here since that top there is kind of rounded. Okay, so it's not so beautiful, but you guys have watched these videos enough that you know that I really hate creating in Goodnotes. But at the same time, sometimes, you just want to have a little bit of fun. So it's a little bit different than how I usually do it. So like I said, this is going to be a quote, and I am going to do the rest quite a bit differently. So I'm changing my mind here. I'm going to delete this, and I'm going to delete this. This here is going to be my top priority. So I'm just going to add my text, and I'm going to write top 3 priorities. And I am just going to come through here and I'm just going to add a space between all of these letters. Oops, maybe a couple extra spaces where there are spaces. I'm going to turn on text boxes only and place this right here. And I'm going to change this color to that green that we programmed. I'm going to turn images back on and I'm going to grab these flowers. Just a few random ones. I'm going to paste them. I want these to stand out a little bit against the background, so I'm going to make sure I put the green behind them as sort of a drop shadow. So I'm just going to move this for a second and move this yellow one back. And then I'm going to decide, I think I want this yellow one. So that one will have to be on top. This is that orange one, so I'll move that one over. And actually, this one's going to have to be the pink one. So I'm going to move that one here and this yellow one down. And then I'll grab this yellow one. Great. Okay. I'm going to move the other ones away here. And oh no, the transparent space of this descends down to here. So I'm just going to move these down a little. And now I'm going to select these and I'm going to cut them and paste them so they are now on top. And then, like I said, I'm just going to put these here with like a little bit of a drop shadow. And I'm trying to do them at similar distances and similar angles, but this gives them a little bit of depth, which I think is really nice. So here we'll have 1, 2, and 3. And I know I either want this space now to just be like a brain dump space, or I want it to be a photo for me to encourage myself to express a little more gratitude every single day instead of just choosing something weekly that was like a memory or something I enjoyed. So in reality, I think that I'm probably going to need the brain dump space more. So I'm just going to take a quick look, and I think this is lacking the green, which will be good because then I can just write in white. It'll be super visible. So I'm going to grab this grid, come back, and I'm just going to paste this, grab my image tool, and I'm just going to size this like as big as the width should be here. I'm not going to worry about anything else. And now that I'm happy with that, I'm just going to move this over a bit and see, I need to cut off, and I just need to cut all the way down. I would say probably to just below this grid line here because I still want there to be a little bit of a healthy like gap between these two. So 1 box, 2 box, 3 boxes. And then I wanted to do just below it, but I'll go a little bit more. It's fine. I'm just going to make it a tiny bit smaller. Let's crop it down just a little bit more, maybe to like here. Move this down. And then I have the opportunity to add some cute washi tape. I think we're going to go with this pink one. And let's make it just a little bit crooked. That's cute. Okay, so now with this space, you do have freedom to kind of do whatever it is that you want. So you can brain dump, you can add a full to-do list here if you want to. You can use it to list off ideas or anything. So I like having that. What I'm most likely gonna do is probably use this as like a brain dump space, or in the morning, maybe I'll list out my to-dos, put them over here, and then I'll erase them. And then in the evening, I can use this space for journaling or brain dumping or whatever helps me sleep. So I personally like having this, and I can't have my planner without like a space to just write ideas. Otherwise, I can't function. And I actually really liked what we did with the June before. I'm gonna come back to our weekly setup, and obviously I can't take these colors, but what I can do is I can turn on handwriting here and just turn off images and text boxes, and I can just select this space here. I'm gonna copy it, and we are gonna come back to the 14th. I'm going to paste this. We are going to grab this and bring it over here, save ourselves some work. And what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna come in between these letters, and I'm going to grab this, and I'm going to change this color. And, oh, let's make it orange. Nah, let's make it green. Okay, so we have that, and I just really love this one. So I think what I'm gonna do is come and I'm gonna kind of redo that same thing. What I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna just come grab my elements, and I'm going to just grab my background color element, and we're just gonna size this to cover up the word June. And now I'm gonna paste this. And this has gone crooked, so I'm gonna grab my image tool and then just straighten it. Try to line it up nicely. And I don't even have to write June if I don't want to, and maybe I won't. Okay, I think that's cute. We needed some rainbows. And then, of course, I just need one of these. So let's grab the orange. I just like the orange. We're gonna copy this. I'm gonna come over and paste this. And I'm gonna try something a little different, something out of the ordinary. So we are going to tap on this, and we are going to crop it, and we're going to freehand crop it, and we're gonna draw a little shape. So flowers are pretty easy, right? And we're just gonna hit done, and now we've cropped this into a little flower shape. And you can put the flower over the date, and you can still see underneath it. So there you go, that's kind of fun. Okay, so that is it for my daily setup for the month of June. I actually think this is going to work out really perfectly. I think the hardest part is going to be me remembering to put a new quote in here every single day. But the rest is perfectly functional, and I think it's even cuter than a lot of my daily plan with me's, which I think tend to be a little bit less adorable, but always very functional. At least that's usually my goal. But I think this one's a little bit cuter, so I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, please be sure to give it a like, subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. And if you do use these stickers, please find a way to share them with me. I'd love to see what you guys create. So you can find me on Instagram at terrible_art. You can send me an email, a message on Etsy, send me a link if you want to, via Patreon. It doesn't really matter, but really any way that's convenient for you. I love if you guys reach out and share your creations with me. I've seen a couple so far this month, and they are absolutely gorgeous. So I would just like to say well done. And I would love to start featuring people's designs in my videos as a thank you, and also just because, like, I'm impressed. You guys are so creative. These are so beautiful, and you all deserve to be recognized. So I hope that I can do that. Anyway, that's officially all for this video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. As always, you're the best. I love you, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.